Hello everybody, welcome to DJSTUFF videos in DJSTUFF YouTube channel. Today I'm going to make the review of the Pioneer DJS-1000. It's a standalone sampler. It's pretty the same as the Torres ASP16, but I'm basically a DJ. I'm not a producer, so it's very good that Pioneer made this unit because it's more a CDG kind than a Torres. If you're a producer, I think it's really cool to work on the SP16, but this unit is more like a CDG and is very better for DJ use. So we are going to see all the function on the screen, the navigation, etc., and each part, and we will do a little how-to in the end of the video. So in the screen you have a lot of information and a lot of touch to do. First, the button touch. You have project, which means you can create a new project or open an existing project into your computer. And on the software, you can see it on the Pioneer website. You can easily put a sample into and export everything on a USB key. And after USB key, you can put into your unit and take the existing project. So I can choose open, and I take this project here. And if you are going to make something into the unit, you can also save everything into your USB key and save into your computer after. When you are saving something, I advise you to you have to save as package, because if you always put choose save as, you will just save the project and not the sample. So if you move the place of the sample, etc., it will be a very big mess. So you rather choose save as package, because you will have your project and your sample. So it's a big file with all things. After, in the first screen, you will have your sample and some little menu on the left and on the bottom. Each sample can be modified if you press the sample. So you can edit if you check directly into your computer USB key, or you can edit it if you sample directly from a CDG if you want. So you can choose the start, you can choose the end, etc. Second, you can choose for your amp envelope the attack, the release, etc. Like a sampler, like a normal sampler. You can add some effects to each sample. And you can choose if you can add a LFO too, and you can choose if you want to bypass or not those effects. Sometimes I need some effects, sometimes I don't need. It's the first part. The second part is sequencer. When you start a sequence here, we will see after in the video, each sequence will be shown here. You know, if I choose that, I will have this sequence here. Track setting is the same. It's to jump into the track, into the sample, etc. And mixer, it's the mixer of each voice. So I can put less volume or more volume. You can choose on the mixer, or you can choose directly with those buttons. And each sample plus FX, etc., can be have a pitch mode, can have a velocity mode. More you push, more you listen. Can be can have a time stretch or not, or resampling or master tempo. Time stretch can be put on loop or not. If you put on, you will have a loop, normal. It can be triggered by a gate or one shot. So it's the this part. And another touch things, you can edit your scene and your pattern. I will explain what is a scene, what is a pattern, etc. after. And you can, when you have a pattern like that, you can edit your pattern. You can copy and paste here if you want. Okay, you have the link mode. You can choose if it's a MIDI link or Pro DJ link if you want to match to the tempo of a device to this unit. You can choose if it's in USB or MIDI in the back. We will see after with the connection. And you can choose if you have a beat sync or bar sync, if you want for every 4 bit or every bit. After you have your quantize mode, you can choose in which quantize you will play your sample, on in which pattern or quantize you will play, not playing, you will wreck your sample. And after the BPM, you can choose a swing. You know, sometimes when you put some beat, some clap, etc., it's very robot, you know, it's very quantized, tac, 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 tac. But you can easily put a little swing and you have a sequence more human, you know, more humanized sequence. And you can, of course, choose a manual BPM with tap tempo or with the knob here. Or you can easily choose sync and have the same BPM, the same tempo as your CDG of your Pioneer set. So return to the sample. Like I said, you can use a sample directly into your computer, USB key, etc. But you can use a sample, recorded sample. You have just to go to sampling and choose something into your CDG. You can put your CDG or turntable if you want directly into the input of your sampler, your DJS-1000, or you can put your DJS-1000 into the send return of your mixer and select just what channel you want to record. So I'm going to choose a sample I don't need, and I'm going to choose a NACAP or something like that. Like that here.
Like that.
Voilà.
Like that. Like that.
And I have a 4-bit
Like that.
loop. So I can stop it and choose another one. So I unload it.
Like that.
I choose another.
Like that.
No, not.
Like that.
And I choose this one.
Release. Release.
And I have a 4-bit.
Release.
It's
Release.
synced to the 124 BPM of my CDG. So it will be very, very quantized, very good, 4-bit, 1 BPM, it's okay. But if I go into the screen, I can move my sample, you know, like that, and move if not very quantized, I can move the start and the end of my sample. But if you have a good BPM and if you have 1 bar, 1 beat, 4-bit, etc., it will be good. No need to do something. So it's the sample mode, and after I can
release. Like release.
Oh, not this one.
Release.
And I can play with my
release.
track and pull and put
release.
everything. Yeah.
Release.
It's not like that.
Release.
Loop on,
Like
off,
that.
loop on, off. So you can easily choose a sample from your USB key or sample something into your CG or something like that. Everything which enter into the unit can be a sample. and you have a record input level if you need, if you sample from a smartphone or something like that. There is less level, so you can put more level with this button. So it was the sampling, and after to finish with the screen, the FX. So you can put an FX with this part here on each sample, or all sample if you want. I will go to pitch echo if I want, and I will select sync lead, but I can choose voice or something like that. If I put the sample of the sync of the track, I will have this. And I can put FX. Etc, etc. So I can put a dub echo if I want. Etc, etc. So you have high pass filter, low pass filter, dub echo, pitch, lo-fi, reverb, flat reverb. I can show you with the voice. Okay, so you have to put in your mind that you can use on whole all sample or just one or two if you want. I will put it on the synth lead, and I will choose dub echo. So it was the FX. After we will see that each sound can be played with 3 FX with this strip here. You can use a pitch, you can use a repeat, you can use a user 1 and user 2. User 1 and user 2 are with this FX here when you enter into the sample. So each FX can be used here on user 1 and user 2. So you have to choose an FX on each. You don't have to choose, but you can choose an FX on each sample. And after, go to utility and choose touch strip user 1 or user 2 and choose the FX you want. So it was for this strip. And in the beginning you have a pitch and a repeat. So pitch, you have that, but you can have the same than the track. You see? So I can put this. Etc, etc. And you have a repeat mode, so it's not in the track, but you can. Or something like that. And so you can have something like that. Etc, etc. And user 1, user 2 for the FX in each sample. So I move to pitch. After we will see the pitch, the real pitch of the tempo. So like a CDG you can use 6, 10, 16 and wide, so 100 minus plus. And this pitch can be matched to the CDG, so you have just to push master on the CDG, and here you will have the changing. I have 28, but I can have the same tempo as the CDG. So it means that you can easily put something like that. Pattern, okay. I will put no, not that. This one and this one.
Release. Release. Like that. Like that.
So I have my sample here, but I move the pitch of the CDG, and it match with time stretch. It's really this sample. Okay. And I can easily, if I don't push sync, have my own pitch. So I will put my normal pitch like that, up, tack. And if you don't have the quantize and the Prodigy link, and you have a normal CDG, you can also put this melody not in the tempo, but you can nudge this melody. Look. If I am in the tempo, but not really in the same way of the track, like that, I can move and go into the track. If I move the track, so it's very easy if I don't have a Prodigy link. And the scene, so I will explain to you the scene pattern, etc. In the SDJS, the DJS-1000, like the Torres SPSS, you have 16 scene. A scene you can put a lot of things into. And you can move to the scene 1, to the scene 4, to the scene 3, to the scene 15, like you want. And each scene, so you have 16. In each scene, you have 16 per 10. So 16 multiply 16. And on each pattern, so a pattern you can put what you want in the sample, etc., in the sequence. And each pattern can have 4, 8, or 12, it's not good, but 16 beat. So you have 16 multiplied by 16 by 16. So you have a lot of place to put some track, etc., and jump into it like you want. So when the sample are prepared, I have just to rec my sequence. So I can rec like that and push when I want my sample, or I can just push here my sample. So we will take this vocal here. I watch if I have 16, okay, and I can check this one and this one. This one, okay, not this one, and this one, okay. And if I read this, I will have that. Each 8 bit, but I can make one here and one here, every 4 bit. 4 bit, 4 bit, 4 bit, 4 bit. So I have 16, and I have one on each 4 bit. Normal. I can put my melody, this one, every 8, because my melody is 8 bit. So one on the first and the third, etc., etc. But I can easily choose a sequence I want. So I have to show you the other option of the pad to move forward. So I'm going to erase it and erase it for the melody. So every pad have a mute mode, etc. If I put this sequence in loop, we listen to every 8 bits, but I can mute it here, or when I'm going to make a sequence if I want. This I'm going to make off. This melody can be played on each 16 bit, so I can use it here, play it here, 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 every 16, but the melody play inside. So if I push every 1 bit, I will have the same melody, etc., etc. I can slice it, so I will have just the melody I play when I push, and scale, you take the first note and you play it with different tone, etc. So the 4 function here. So when I want to make a sequence, I can have my voice, but if I don't want this one, oh, sorry. If I don't want this melody, I can choose to put this melody on the first pattern, but in the second pattern, I will choose another. So what I can do is to move to the scene pattern, choose the first one, copy, paste here, and I can make two different melody, but I have the same a cappella on it, like that. I will have that on the first, the same here, the same here, but I will choose another. So for the first one, I will write like that. I will wait here. And just that. For the second one, I will choose another thing. I will choose the same, but with a slice and the pitch. So I will put right here and wait the sequence. And for the third pattern, I will make another thing with the slice and the repeat. So like that. Like that. And now I can play it with the melody.
Brothers and sisters, I don't think you heard me. House music.
I think it's all for the all functions. So to make a rapid resume of all of that, it's the DJS-1000 is a sampler unit which allow you to choose your own sample into your computer, then in your USB key, and then in the sampler. You can record your own sample into the unit. You have just to input something, smartphone, CDG, etc. Or you can put into your send return if you want. You can make some FX on all samples, or just one if you want, just one, just two, like you want, like that. You can easily match the tempo of your sampler directly from the CDG if you want, and move your pitch and have something like that. And move the pitch, very, very friendly. And you can, of course, make a sequence. So 16 scene with 16 pattern inside with 16 bits each pattern. So you will have some work to do before making a set and a live, etc. Let's go to the connection. For the connection, you have your power supply here with on-off. You have your input with jacks. You can input your smartphone CDG like you want, or your send return of your mixer. The output, RCA and jack for the output. The link port, the Ethernet port, G45 for the Prodigy link to match the tempo, etc. from a CDG. Your input-output through for your MIDI control. And the USB to put some sample if you need from your computer, or to change the to have a MIDI message, MIDI clock with your computer, with a software like Ableton or something like that. So it was the Pioneer DJ DJS-1000. Thank you for watching this video. If you need everything, if you have some questions about this product, feel free to ask under the video if you want. And thank you for watching this video, and see you for the next content. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.